Happy Saturday, Frank Rock, House of Orange Sports Channel. Tennessee completes the sweep of Missouri 2 days in a row, winning 3-2. And, this team has found ways to win, even when the opponent's pitching staff does seem to kind of keep their bats in check. But a few things I'm going to touch upon. Of course, the sweep, the pitching, how this team can win in multiple ways. And then we'll look at the week ahead and, we'll kind of fit in the standings in there as well as where Tennessee is currently at on the year. But once again, this team, they get three in the first. They never look back on it. Xander Sechrist goes 4 innings today for Tennessee, gives up 2 runs. Let me get back to it here on my screen. All right, let me I'll share this with you. Here's we look at it. Good old D1 baseball. They have pretty good. All right. So if we take a look at it here, so Sechrist faced 17 batters, 69 pitches, 6 fly balls, 1 ground out, 4 innings, 2 runs, both earned, 3 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts on the day. Normally, you give up 3 walks, that gets you in trouble a little bit. Nate Snead comes in. He started the 5th inning, went 1 2/3. He gave up 2 hits and a walk. No strikeouts for him on the day. Aaron Combs comes in, 1 1/3, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, continuing his strong run of outings that he's had. And then Kirby Cannell closed it down. 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts on the day. And got a little dicey there in the 8th, but Cannell was able to pitch his way out of it. And then he got him 3 up, 3 down in the 9th and completed the save. Snead did get the win, his 7th on the year. So this pitching staff got the job done. Again, Sechrist, you get 4 or more out of him. I think that's pretty good. You think back 3 years when you had Chad Dallas, you had Will Heflin, you had Blade Tidwell. Kind of you're in between with Heflin. If you could get 4 to 5 innings out of him, you were pretty good, and then go to the bullpen after that. Now, the last couple of years, you've been a little more dependent on your starters to go further based on who you had in the rotation. But I think this year on that Sunday spot with Sechrist, if you can get 4 or so out of him, that's pretty good. I think that's a pretty good outing. And the good thing was with Friday night, you had Stamos win a couple innings. Causey was able to, extend that out for a bit and get the win with them 10-1. And then, yesterday, Drew Beam able to go 7 1/3. Minimal workout, your bullpen yesterday. Pretty much everybody was good to go today. And you know what? That makes a big difference on Sunday that you've not used up most of your arms. Really, Causey and Beam, I think, were the only 2 that were not available today. Everybody else seemed to be available. And of course, Frank Anderson did say he's away from the team right now, dealing with a family emergency. So hope everything with Coach Anderson is good. Hope everything with his family works out. Hopefully everything. I don't, those things, that's tough for me to find the words for it with an emergency. Just hope for the best for Coach Anderson and his family right now. But so the Vols, I think if you get that kind of bullpen work, you got to be pretty happy. And again, if you get 4 or more out of your starter, you got to be pretty happy. This team just does not have that strong starting rotation. You've got Beam, who you're expecting to do his thing when he's in. But other than that, really, I think couple innings or more is pretty much icing on the cake. But the game's changed today. You have the opener philosophy. And Tony Vitello was clear about that in the preseason when he talked about it. He said, we may go with an opener some. They're essentially going with an opener 2 out of 3 nights. I do have a fear of that when they get to the regionals, when they get to the super regionals. I'll be honest with you, when they get to the SEC tournament, which that's a few weeks out still, I would throw Beam, his bullpens, I would probably save Russell unless you just need to get him a little bit of live work because he supposedly will be back for the tournament. Your Sechrist, your Causey, these guys, I don't know. I know that's a tough one to do, but if they need a little bit of a break, just need to throw their bullpens, I'd do that and turn it over. Let Matthew Dallas, Dylan Loy, JJ Garcia, some of these guys throw as much as they can, see what they can do in these against these good teams. Because, I don't think it'll affect your batters much, but your pitching, to me, it's not worth it wearing out your pitching staff for an SEC championship. We've seen the last 3 years, Vanderbilt, Tennessee, Arkansas won the SEC tournament, went out in the regionals. It ain't worth it. It is not worth it. And I know people love the Hoover and everything. It's a pointless tournament. It's an irrelevant, pointless tournament unless you're playing for your tournament life. Come in handy for Texas A&M last year, but these teams that have it locked up, if I'm them, I'll throw my young guys, see what they got, see if they could possibly be relied upon when you get to the regionals, super regionals, and possibly beyond. Look at that too. Look at the offense today. Couple games in a row, no home runs. Really surprising, but what I like about that is it's a team that can grind it out. They're showing they can win in multiple ways. For you to go, the ultimate goal with this team has to be to win in Omaha. For you to go win in Omaha, you got to be able to win grinded out games. Got to be able to come up with just putting the ball in play sometimes. Putting it, moving the runner. Cal Stark throwing guys out the way he has the last couple of days in big situations, cutting down attempts or cutting down situations where he fell asleep or dropped the ball on. Those little things are what win you national championships. This team's starting to do these little things that can win you national championships. Look at their offense today. Moore was 2 for 4. Blake Burke 1 for 4. Amick 0 for 4. Tears 2 for 4. Dreiling 0 for 4. Not a great weekend for him. Curley 1 for 4, 2 RBIs, stolen base. Inslee 0 for 2 with a walk. Chapman 1 for 2 with a walk. Cal Stark 0 for 2, and he was hit by a pitch as well. So not a big time day. I mean, they still had 7 hits, only 6 strikeouts today, which Moore, Tears, Dreiling had all 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, 1 stolen base. So again, they're doing what they have to do to win. That's what matters. They're making plays. Again, that's why Cal Stark's in the lineup. But number 1, he's out hit Cannon Peebles. Number 2, he's in because of his defense. He's proven to be probably one of the best defensive catchers in all of college baseball right now. He's going to continue to have that. I expect Peebles will play midweek. You'll probably see maybe a Colby Backus or somebody play middle of the week because I think you just got that inconsistency with Inslee and Chapman. They do good things. Make no mistake about it. Inslee's in because he's a good defensive center fielder. Anything he provides with the bat is just icing on the cake, in my opinion, with it. Looking ahead this week. So Tennessee now goes to they're 15-6 in conference. They are 1 game out with 2 games in hand against Kentucky. South Carolina beat Kentucky last night. They play again tonight at 6, and then they play again tomorrow. So Tennessee has 2 games in hand on. If South Carolina sweeps Kentucky, this thing is tied in the East going into next week. We'll see how it goes. Need South Carolina to win both games this weekend. And then Tennessee would be, as of right now, Arkansas has the best overall record, 15-4, A&M 14-5. Tennessee's got the 4th best record in conference. And again, depending on what Kentucky does this weekend. So Tennessee 15-6, 37-7 overall right now. This week, what we're looking at middle of the week. Let me get back to where I was at here. Completed the sweep in Missouri. Tuesday, Lipscomb, 6 o'clock. Next weekend in Gainesville, Thursday through Saturday against Florida. And that Florida team, they're a strange team. They've got a lot of talent. They'll come up one weekend and have a big weekend, then they'll lose midweek. They are an erratic team. Let's put it that way. They are a very erratic team. So you got to go down there ready. They're going to be up. Tennessee is at that point when they go on the road. People's going to be up for them. So you got to go in ready for that. And I'm sure old Kevin O'Sullivan will be ready as well. I kind of wonder at times if him and Vitello don't have a whole lot of love for one another. But don't think they care a lot. I may be wrong on that, but I kind of always get the sense that they don't care a whole lot for one another. But, big weekend next weekend. And then you got Vanderbilt the following weekend in Nashville. That's going to be a big one. And then South Carolina at home before getting into Southeastern Conference tournament. But Tennessee did what it needed to do this weekend, got the sweep. At home, they took care of business. That's what you got to do against Missouri. And, that Missouri team right now, 6-15 in conference, 19-26 overall. So it's not a great team by any means. Florida 8-11 going into today with Arkansas 21-20 overall. I hadn't checked the score on that. They were tied 1-1 latter part of the game. Anyhow, so I'll bring you any updates midweek. Post game Tuesday night. We're getting close to, I think, starting with the Vanderbilt series on. I'm going to go live the rest of the season, starting with the Vandy series all weekend on that one. That is a Friday through Sunday series. And then leading up to SEC tournament and the regionals, and hopefully beyond that. I think we'll go live the rest of the time after that. But as soon as this is over, I'm actually going to set up and record a basketball. There was some news, some significant news with Tennessee and their targets just not too long right before I did this. So I'll record a video and kind of tell what's going on there as well. But thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you have a great Saturday. Frank Rock, House of Orange. Make sure you like, you share, you subscribe. If you want to say a thanks, hit that bottom right corner. We'll take any thanks we can get on here. But y'all have a great day. Last but certainly not least, go Vols.